Peace, good people, and welcome to my channel. I am Nuku, the Horned Dakini, coming on to give you guys a reading, so pull on up. This could be a resourceful message for you, okay? Newbies, hello. If this is your very first time visiting my channel, welcome. I am delighted to have you, and I hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. OGs and returnees, how you doing? Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so very much. So I'm actually about to, after this reading, I'm going to start a reading through the zodiac. I normally do that every 3 months or so. I'll do one reading per zodiac sign, and I call it the reading around the zodiac versus just doing a general message. This reading is a general message, but I'm giving you this commercial. So you will look forward to the zodiac reading and, you know, kind of stay tuned for your sign to be read, okay? So this particular reading, again, general reading, going to just do a general consensus of what the energy is today. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I live my life like it's Friday every day, so you live like it's Friday, you ain't got to look forward to it, right? As a goddess, Fridays are my day, okay? And I talked about that on one of my last readings about how Fridays should motivate a woman to really go out and invest in herself, and men should go out and invest in a woman on Fridays. If you men need a reading, or you have questions or concerns, comments that you want to make directly to me, email me. I'll tell you why it's so important for you to honor the goddess every day, but especially on Fridays, and how it could help assist you out of a lot of things that you're going through. Because a lot of men are only hemmed up and haltered and fumbling shit because they probably have haltered, hindered, fumbled a woman in their past, and you ain't fixed that karma. Thank you, Sweet Spirit, for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for the collective that will soon be here to view this reading. Show me clearly the message, Ashay. Show me clearly the message. Uh-oh, I got a message. So who am I talking to? I'm talking to you Ten of Cuppers. You Ten of Cuppers, okay? When I think of the Ten of Cups, I think of Cancers, okay? Specifically Cancers. Only because when a Cancer is moving in its top tier, high vibrational energy, it's very nurturing. It's very loving. It's very giving, right? I'm not talking about the low vibrational, fragile, moody Cancer energy. I'm not talking about that lower level Cancer energy. I'm talking about upper echelon Cancer energy. Gives a Ten of Cups, okay? So could be speaking to someone who everything is a-okay. Your family's good, your peace is good, your prosperity is good, your protection is good, you're joyful, your family dynamic is jovial, okay? So let's keep pulling. This just the first card out, but that's the energy that I got when that card came out. Show me more, show me clearly. Shine. The Eight of Cups, okay? Because I believe that there is some decisions that you walked away from, some decisions that you because this is the Eight of Cups, but I think you took inventory. You walked away from something that was going to interrupt this. You walked away from something that was threatening to interrupt the harmony of your family. So I could be talking to some of y'all. Y'all went ahead and cut your little shit off. You cut your little yeah off. You cut your side piece off. You told him, you told her, I don't want to do this no more. New year, new me. Okay, because some of y'all did this for the new year. Okay, some of y'all said, you know what? I cannot continue to move like this. I cannot continue to do this. I love my family. And I don't think that whatever you're in or was caught up in, I don't think it had anything to do with love. I think you've always loved your person, your family. You know, I just think you got caught up in something and you got a little beside yourself. Because it happens. Now, do I condone it? No. But does it happen? Yes. Okay. So I think I'm talking to somebody who you let something go that was, it would have caused you to lose everything. Okay. So you broke up with the person. You left the situation. I do believe that this is a relationship entanglement reading. This doesn't feel like it was a job that you left. It doesn't feel like that it was some type of organization you left, a church, none of that. This feels very emotionally connected. So you left a bond with someone that was outside of your family circuit. You left it and you told them, I don't want to do this anymore. I must get back to, because I'm hearing the word horizon. I must get back to what keeps me stable. I must get back to that thing, those people that I am connected to. My heart space is connected to my family. My heart space is connected to my love. My heart space is connected. I got to move on from this. I can't stay here. I feel like too, whoever I'm talking to, you took inventory of what you were doing with this side situation and you realized it wasn't feeding anything. There was no purpose in it. It was nothing. I think it was probably just intimacy. It was just sex. It wasn't even love. It was just sex. Okay. Show me more. Show me clearly. Absolutely. And because of that, see, I think while you were in that in-between phase before you made the decision to leave the situation, things had kind of been halted for you. Your money probably was tied up. Your thoughts were tied up. Your ability to feel was tied up on purpose, though. I think when we are doing something that we know we're not supposed to do, we kind of cut our feelings off, because see, your feelings will tell you, bitch, you know you wrong. When you keeping it real with yourself, your own self, your own feelings, your own emotional faculty within will tell you, bitch, you know you wrong. The fuck are you doing? Why are you taking this penitentiary chance? Why the fuck is you fucking up? You know, your own self will talk to you. And when you're not ready to let something go, you will cut that off because you don't want to hear it. It's too real. It's too true. And when you're moving in this kind of energy, you moving in a delusional energy. You delusional when you cheating. You delusional when you doing something that you know you ain't got no business doing. So many of you cut your intuition, your self-guided intuition off. And because of that, your wheel of fortune was probably halted. But now your wheel of fortune is back rolling. You made a decision that put you back on the path of righteousness. It put you back on the path of prosperity. It put you back on the path of protection. Because I believe that some of y'all, may have gotten deep enough on this path of, doing something that you didn't have no business doing, that you was having to look over your shoulder. Am I going to get caught? Am I going to get caught? Because, wait a minute, what am I doing? You probably had some type of awakening. You had some type of judgment did set in within. I believe something, I don't know if it was tragic, but you just had some type of, your vision became clear. Something, and to be honest, you probably wouldn't have never got caught, because whoever I'm talking to, you probably slicker than a can of oil. So I don't think you got caught. I don't think you stopped this because you were even going to get caught. You just had a heart space awakening, and you realized this ain't feeding me. I'm cheating on somebody that loves me dearly, and I love them back. I'm fucking over something or someone that does not deserve this. Like, you had some type of emotional awakening, and you took yourself out of that situation. You took yourself out of that situation. You had some, because I'm hearing the word clarity now. Something was made apparent. Almost like you realized, this person can never give me what my family gives me. This person can never give me what my lover, my mate, my partner gives me. I'm not getting ready to mess this up for some little side piece delusional ass. I'm just saying. So yeah, things are back moving, and that horizon word that I saw in my mind's eye, you're ready, because some of y'all, you're getting ready to go back home, so to speak. And you're getting ready to buy a house, you're getting ready to move your family, you're motivated to do some stuff. So your family's getting ready to benefit from you making this decision that I done did that. I done played. I don't want to play no more with that little situation. I'm getting ready to cut that off. And you're getting ready to come home and start doing some stuff that's very meaningful and beneficial to your family. And they're not going to know what the motivation is. They're not going to know why you're doing it. Because, again, I don't even think that they knew you were stepping out or doing something stupid. So to them, you've always been the king of cups, the queen of cups. Because, again, I'm talking to somebody who's slicker than a can of oil. So they never saw your shadow doing what it was doing. But whatever this is that you are about to do, like I said, buy a new house. For men, you might come home and start working on something in the house that she's been asking you to do, and now you're finally doing it, and she's thinking, oh, baby, done finally made time to... When really you're just motivated to come home and start really loving and appreciating and being home with your family. Okay, so yeah, your motivation came from this. Your motivation to do whatever it is that you are about to do or are doing, that your family just looks at and sees you. Like for a woman, you might have slacked up on cooking, but not to a point where your family realize it. You might was still, making little simple meals, and they were happy about that because this is what she does. But you stop making steak potato type meals. You stop making Chef Boyardee type meals. So you might be getting ready to start making them kind of meals again, and the family, your husband, whoever, they all like, oh yay, thank you. But your motivation came from you really appreciating your family now, because you made a decision to leave something that was stopping you from being honest with yourself. So you're honest with yourself now. You've bypassed or made it through this delusional entanglement that you were in, and you back home and ready to love your family, ready to cook, ready to clean, ready to build, ready to move. Deep down, I feel like some of you too, because again, I'm not getting the nudge that you were going to get caught. I think you could have kept doing whatever this side thing that you were doing. You could have kept on doing it. But some of you are in your own heart space. You're remorseful. So some of the gifts you're going to buy, some of the things you're going to start doing, again, your family is going to see this as you just doing what you always do. But you're buying remorse gifts. You're doing remorse cleaning. You're doing remorse cooking. You're doing remorse sexual activities with your partner. Like, you fixing it in your own mind, even though they don't have a clue. They're just receptive and loving it. But you in your mind, you saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I was doing this. Even though you don't know, I'm so sorry that I was doing something that you have no clue about. So you fixing it in your own way, right? I'm happy for you. Because a lot of people don't tap into their remorse. Even when they stop doing something, they're not remorseful because they think, well, they didn't know no way, so there's no need for me to try to fix it because they don't know that it needed to be fixed, right? So whoever I'm talking to, you got a heart. You got a heart. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm talking to somebody who has a very upper echelon Cancer-like energy. You don't have to be a Cancer, but I'm saying upper echelon Cancer energy is nurturing and loving and passionate and compassionate, and you've tapped back into that. You don't have to be a Cancer to tap that. We all have every 12 zodiac signs within us. Some say 13, okay? Ophiuchus, okay? But whether you believe in 12 zodiacs or 13, we got all of them. So, again, you don't have to be a Cancer to tap a upper echelon, top tier Cancer type energy. You don't have to be a Cancer to be moving in that energy. Some of y'all, because y'all know we had a full moon in Cancer on the 3rd of January. So some of y'all are feeling this, and something happened. A decision was made. Something took place around that full moon in Cancer energy. at the beginning of this year. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all turned over a new leaf. And something that you was doing all 2025, all 2024, all 2023 and beyond, you brought it to a halt and said, I'm leaving. I can no longer be bothered with the decision that I made in the past. I'm cutting it clean. I'm cutting it loose, okay? Show me more. Show me clearly. If you're resonating with this message, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Okay. The devil. Don't he? Won't he do it? Won't the devil show up and tempt you? I believe that this is your past energy. I don't believe that this is your current energy. Now, I can't 100% take it off the table. Some of y'all may be taunted by the person that you cut off. They're tempting you. They're, you know, because I feel like you may have blocked them. So they may be coming through your dream space. They may be projecting. They may be remote viewing. They may be interjecting interjecting and intercepting your vibration, your frequency. Because anytime you share intimate moments with somebody, you are signing a contract. You are saying, yes, you have access to me. A lot of people don't know that, especially when you have sex without protection and fluids are exchanged. Our fluids carry DNA, memory, access to your energy, access to your signature. So many times when you just sitting somewhere and all of a sudden you have a thought of that person, or you just have this weird feeling that they're watching you, it's because you've given them access. They could be masturbating and thinking about you. And that's a very powerful exchange with thyself when you are masturbating and thinking about a person, especially a person that you've had very personal encounters with. Anyway, I just said all that to say some of y'all could be going through this devil energy where you're feeling tempted to go back. You're feeling tempted with thoughts. You're feeling tempted with the vibration of that person. And then some of y'all, you broke away from this. They were, past tense, your devil. Now, you ain't studying them. Okay, so place the energy where it belongs with this. Are you past the devil? Or are you the devil's advocate? I'm getting the energy of Virgo. I don't know why. Spirit dropped that in my spirit. That I could be speaking to Virgos. If it ain't yours, don't pick that up. You could be Virgo Moon. You could be Virgo Sun. You could be Virgo Venus. If that belongs to you, if you have heavy Virgo energy in your chart and you are having a hard time shaking that temptation, shaking that devil, book a reading. Book a reading. And let's see why you're still tethered to this situation. Because if you're still tethered to your devil, even though you have made a decision to walk away, you went on back home and, you know, lifing as usual, okay? But in your private time, you still toying with this. For y'all, I don't think it has anything to do with the person. For y'all that are resonating with what I'm saying right now, it's bigger, it's deeper, it's something else that's clenching you to this. Your devil is mental. Your devil ain't the person that you were delusional with, right? Okay, so again, all my information to book a reading is over in the about section. Just scroll down and find my email and email me. I'm actually going to add one of my social medias to my about section. I ain't got a lot of following on that one, But if you're on Instagram and you just want to shoot me a DM, I want to make that accessible to y'all too. Okay. So yeah, I think it's gonna it's dark feminine energy is the name of that Instagram page. And anyway, I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna put it in the about section just in case. Just in case you need me, okay? And you don't want to do the emailing and all that. Show me more, show me clearly. Sag energy, temperance. This is you now. This is whoever I'm talking to that has made a decision to get back in alignment with the family, with the love, keeping it real with themselves, being true and honest. You were not tempered through this. Earlier when I said that I'm talking to somebody who had to look over their shoulder because, you don't know when you're out of alignment and you're not moving righteously and truthfully. There is a layer of protection that's removed from you. And that's where that anxiety, that vulnerability, that always thinking somebody watching you type energy kicks in, because you're out of the will of God. And when I say God, I'm talking about your highest, most greatest, most bestest, most purest, most genuine self. You're out of alignment with source because you're doing something shady and sneaky and devilish, right? And when that happens, you're wobbly, you're dizzy. Okay, delusional people are dizzy as fuck, right? So you were moving in a delusional energy. You were not balanced. You were not tempered. So now you're back balanced. You're back tempered. You're back in alignment with yourself. Many of you are doing things intentionally because I feel a washing, even though this is a fire card, I feel a washing, a purifying energy that is on you too. So some of you all may have went to the water, may have took spiritual baths. You did something with water, but you did it intentionally, almost like you're trying to wash and cleanse that old energy away. That fire that was on you, you're cleansing yourself because you don't want that old fire energy. What was making you go and do said thing, you don't want to move in that anymore. You want a new fire. It's like you're putting that fire out to restart a new fire. That's what I'm getting, okay? Many of you have tapped some type of spiritual, I could be talking to Tauruses right now. You've tapped some type of spiritual awakening, some type of spiritual understanding, some type of spiritual, you've had some type of awakening. And I think I said that earlier. You've had some epiphanies. You want to, now I'm specifically talking to married people. If you're here and you're resonating with, whether it's common law marriage or, contractual marriage, either way, you want to respect your marriage now. I think I'm talking to people who stepped out on their marriage and was doing some shit. Okay? It happens. I don't condone it. That don't make it right. But it happens. And now you want to get back in alignment with it. You want to get back. You want to honor your vows. You want to honor your partner. You want to honor the love. And you are. You really are. This has changed the trajectory of how you feel about stuff too. You could have already been a very philosophical person. And maybe this is just seasoning your philosophy. Because sometimes we got to experience things to know what we're talking about. Because sometimes you can talk about what you're talking about, but if you ain't never experienced it, you need to shut up because you ain't never even been through that, right? So some of y'all, this experience has seasoned you and sharpened you. Whether it was right or wrong, you came out of it wiser. You came out of it with a little more wisdom, okay? Am I talking to somebody that's about to write a book? And maybe, you're going to talk about what you did. Nobody's even going to know other than the person you did it with. Because keep in mind, you slicker than a can of oil. So this book that you might be getting ready to write, people around you are going to read it like you did some type of fiction novel, when in reality, you're talking about something that you've done. Slick. Still slick. For to make money off of it. But sometimes you got to turn your pain into profit. Okay? Make it make sense. Down here in this realm. I don't think you're turning this. I don't see you turning it into power. Because again, I remember I tapped into you being remorseful. So you're not gloating. You're not walking around, yeah, I was cheating on my person and I got away with it and let me write a book about it to show y'all how to do it. It ain't that. It's, wow, life blew me over here in this direction. I took advantage of it. I did it well, but it didn't feel good. So I left, and now I'm cleansing myself and getting back in alignment with my best self, my God self, okay? All right, show me more. Show me clearly if there is more. Shay. Resonating. Like it. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of I think that you are being honest with yourself as you're going through your tempering and realigning. One of the things that you had to admit to yourself is that what you were doing was very dishonorable. And I think I'm talking to somebody who is, you probably are an honorable person. You have integrity. So whatever decision you made that made you go outside of yourself, which that's what the devil does. The devil comes into your life and removes you from who you are. So you were tempted. You really were tempted to do something that made you operate outside of your authentic self. So that's another thing that brought you back in alignment. That I believe that this Eight of Cups and this Five of Swords energy, yeah, I think that you absolutely kept it real with yourself and said, I am so out of pocket right now. I'm out of alignment. This is not who I am. How have I allowed this person, this situation, this sex, this devil to make me operate in a way that I would never? But that's what the devil does. It comes in and convinces you to act outside of your original self. Listen, I am talking to a collective of you. This ain't something you do all the time. You're not just a cheater. You're not a terrible person. You gave in to a force that felt good. And you got too deep. In too deep. Y'all done seen the movie In Too Deep with, what is it, Omar Epps? And even though his situation was different, but it's the same concept. You start off doing something maybe to get information, or it's innocent, or it feels good, and then you keep going, and it's the rabbit hole. And you can place this energy anywhere in your life. Some of y'all went too deep. Some of y'all fell down the rabbit hole. But I believe that I'm talking to people who your original self had a good heart, and that's what saved you. It stopped you from bottoming out. Now, if the Ten of Swords had been here, I would have said, oh, you done hit rock bottom. You are the devil's baby. He like you because you gave all the way in and had no intention on stopping, and done bottomed the fuck out. But the Ten of Swords ain't here, so I'm talking to somebody whose heart caught you, picked you up, turned you around, placed your feet on solid ground. You woke up. You said, what am I doing? I can't do this. Y'all know on the movies when the person is cheating and they realize they done accidentally fell asleep and woke up and you done forgot to go home, and they looking at and they get out their clothes and they running out because they realize, oh my God, what have I done? Somebody had one of them kind of moments. Because you're not a dishonorable person. But you were moving in a very, at that moment, you were moving in a selfish, self-interest type energy. And that's what led you, to make the decision to do said thing, until you had that jarring moment that made you say, I can't do this no more. I'm not doing this. I'm not finna, no. I gotta stop this shit. And you cut that shit cold turkey and left, right? You left. Ace of Swords holding you up because you're being truthful with yourself. The Ace of Swords is a card where you're claiming new territory. You're being honest with yourself. Because a lot of people lie to themselves. They think they lying to other people, but really you lying to yourself. Okay? Because I know that other people don't know what it is that you've done, but you know what you've done. This ain't about other people knowing that you were lying or being deceitful or doing something dishonest, because none of them knew. Again, you were slicker than a can of oil, so nobody knew but you and the person you were doing it with. And the person you were doing it with, it's a chance that they didn't even know that you had somebody else. You might have been slick with them too, telling them, oh, I'm single, I just don't want to be in a relationship. So they was like, oh, okay. So they was chilling with you, thinking that one day they'd have a chance, not knowing that, oh, I'll never get a chance because this person is married or in a relationship. So I'm talking to somebody who's slick. However, you've gotten back into alignment with yourself. And I see redemption. But your redemption is coming because you have been remorseful. And you've forgiven yourself for being human and making this kind of mistake. Again, you didn't plummet and fall and hit rock bottom. Your heart space, because you have a good heart, you held yourself accountable. And because of that, you were able to pull yourself up and begin to do the work. You pulled yourself out of this situation. Went on back home. And baby, your family's benefiting from it. Your lover, your mate, your children, whomever you feel like you hurt in the process, they're benefiting from it. They don't even know that they're benefiting from it. You might have done went and upgraded your wife's ring, right? You went home and fixed shit that they didn't even know was broken. So you're clearing out karma. And you're also cutting ties with parts of your shadow self that you faced. And that's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful reading. And the Ace of Swords is a really good card to be standing on, because it's a card of mental truths. You've had a lot of dialogue within your own head about a lot of the things that you've done. And now you're centered in clarity. You've cut yourself free. You'll never, ever, ever fall for the bullshit of Dival again. Yeah, I don't know if this was a one-time thing, 2-time, 3-time. I don't know how long it lasted, but whatever the situation was that brought you to your truth, you'll never endure that again. And that's what it's all about. Experiencing something, understanding why you did it, learning the lessons from it, and moving on to your highest and greatest and most favorable self, right? All right, good people, if you resonated with this reading, thank you. Like it, subscribe, share. If you need a reading, head over to the About section. Book it. Bye-bye.